In a previous video, we briefly described what a trust is and how it works. In this video, we're going to go over both the advantages and disadvantages of a trust in a little bit more detail. The first advantage is it saves time and money by avoiding probate, which can be a very time-consuming and costly process. As opposed to a will, a living trust does not have to be probated. By avoiding the probate process, the trustee is able to immediately take action in caring for the affairs of the deceased, such as paying for funeral costs and passing out assets to the beneficiaries. Your beneficiaries won't have to wait around on the state to tell them when they get their inheritance. Secondly, it ensures privacy, because if you probate a will, it becomes a public document and anyone can get access to it after your death. They simply have to go to the county records. But a living trust, on the other hand, is completely private. No one will be able to know the details of the trust without the trustee handing over that information. And third, it protects against possible challenges. A living trust is harder to challenge than a simple will. With a living trust, the person who is challenging it has to prove that the creator of the trust was coerced into signing it and also forced to go through the entire process of transferring the title or deed of each asset into the trust name. Now let's talk about the disadvantages. The first disadvantage is cost. Trusts are more complicated than simple wills, and therefore they are more expensive. But keep in mind, while you're spending money up front, you will be saving money on the back end by avoiding probate. The second disadvantage is inconvenience. Since a living trust is created and funded before you die, you as an individual don't technically own anything anymore. Instead, the trust owns it. Therefore, if you decide to sell a piece of real estate or a vehicle that is owned by the trust, you have to take it out of the trust before you can sell it. And finally, which kind of goes hand in hand with inconvenience, is the funding of the trust, which is the transferring of everything you own into the trust. Once the trust is created, you have to go back through everything that you want in the trust and retitle or redeed those assets so that the trust is named as the owner. If you fail to do this, the trust will not work to its full extent. You paid for it, set up the protection, yet you failed to put anything under the protection that you bought. It's important to preserve and protect your estate and your beneficiaries. Given the right circumstances, a trust is the best way to do that. So don't wait until it's too late. Thanks.